YouTube? This is your boy, Mr. Old School Rider. I'm coming back at you one more time with the Pioneer AVH 4100 NEX. Of course, some old folks say it's the top shelf. I call it top shelf myself, but it's pretty much up there on those decks right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the 5100 was cool, but I don't like the slot that's all at the top. I mean, like it's like my other Pioneers. I know the other one got navigation. I don't like those buttons on the side. It look cheaply. It look like like the basics, like the 2800s, the 3000 series on down or whatever. But on my end, I like a full face touchscreen stereo myself, of course. Pioneer, man, they've been coming at it for a long time. I am an advocate for Pioneers from the get go. I always been a Pioneer. I mean, I always been a Kenwood man, but ever since they merged with JVC like a few years back, quality just been it just ain't been there, man. Stuff made in China. You know how I feel about that type of thing, but hey, whatever on that one. I mean, I still have my old school Kenwoods. I got a couple of those or whatever, but I still got the old school Pioneer that's in the 98. But this actually going to be the stereo that's going in the 98. Like I told y'all before, I'm upgrading pretty much a lot of stuff on the car right now so I can enjoy it. You'll see the way that I'm having it set up in the car. I know you say it ain't gonna fit, but I already did most of the cuts right now. I'm just gonna find me a little place so I don't look shoddy in the car. But most of the times when people put double dins and those OGMs, it just look terrible, man. I mean, at least it's in there, but me, no, I ain't going out like that. But in the meantime, this 4100 does have the app radio mode on here. You see it also Sirius XM capable. You gotta get the box, of course. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can put a nav on here, but I had to just look at it, of course. What this stereo does, it does mirror your option that you have on your phone. One of the main thing is the navigation. I like that as well myself. I'm gonna show you that in a different video. If I hook up the cable to it, it's gonna shut the video off. But in the meantime, you can see other videos by other people. You have it on there. Also on the HD radio, you have the option to go analog on here as well. I think that's already. I guess it automatically does it, whatever the case may be. I'm not even sure. But on your stations, it actually pops up the name of the station and also sometimes the name of the actual song. You got the volume button down here. I like your buttons to be at the bottom. I know on the other Pioneers and other stereos, the buttons be like over here or it be over, things like that. I mean that's cool, but you spending money like that, you want your stuff to look kind of uniform. But hey, you get what you pay for sometimes. That's the menu button, you see. You got different options. Whenever you have your app radio, your Android Auto hooked up into the phone, it's actually going to be up here. You got the HD radio, that's the radio station. Of course, your CD, USB that's already plugged in to the back of the radio, but not the phone. You got your Pandora option right there. I know my camera is kind of, hey, I need another phone, but hey, it's almost a couple years old, but you guys get it. Bluetooth. Also, you got your AV, your phone option. You can kind of click on certain options on your phone like Pandora. I have a Bluetooth to my phone already. You also can hook it up directly to the phone.
Where the hustlers move bricks and the gangsters bang hammers, where I got them, just bottom on the top.
Well, I wasn't expecting music to actually come on. I hope I don't get flagged for it. But hey, shout out to Nelly, Grills, or whatever. It's on the Mike Jones station. It plays like a lot of old stuff. I like that. You got your full option on your Pandora like you normally would do. That's the menu. You can kind of scroll to it. I like on the newer Pioneers. Even though there's like a 215 stereo, the 4200 just came out maybe like a month or two ago. It's not really out there in the stereo shops yet. I know Clutchfield and a bunch of other places got it, but I ain't trying to spend that type of money for it right now. I got a pretty good deal on this stereo. You know how I do it. I buy, trade, sell, swap, whatever I need to do, get what I want. I ain't stealing nothing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't buying no stolen goods. I hope I'm not. But on another note, I'm gonna get what I want. Like I told y'all before, you just gotta do your research, and also you gotta take your time with these cars. I know you want to get out there and show out, do a little something. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you, around when income tax season, it's still going right now, but this is the time period when people got their money early. Around this time to March all the way to May, as pretty much people start selling the stuff they just bought recent. Man, you get hella deals on there. I don't like taking advantage of people, but people give you prices what they want for it. I say, hey, can you want to trade for this? Or, I give you, whatever you need to do. It'll work. Craigslist is the stove, man. But you gotta be careful when you get on Craigslist. People out there trying to jack you, trying to scam you and stuff. I'm not saying keep that thing going, but you gotta be aware of things sometimes. You gotta check these people out and meet like in a public place in the daytime. At nighttime stuff, that's how you get messed up, man. It's not even worth it for no material things, but you can exit out of Pandora. You can go to your settings like your AV, your scroll, output, camera setting if I had it hooked up on there. Restore your setting, the beep, touchscreen calibration. I did that. On the demo, you can have it either manual, have it bright, or you can have it automatic. If you have it automatic, you gotta have it set up on a timer. I have mine to go nighttime mode at a certain time of the day, and also daytime at a certain day. I go work a little bit later in the day, but other than that, you got your full Pandora option on here. On the mode, if it's not hooked up to your phone, the screen will go dark. I know sometimes when you be riding at night with the screen on, you don't want everybody looking at what you have on, or the cops come out of nowhere and just hit the button real quick. But if it's hooked up to your phone, it's not going to go away. It'll go to the different option that may be on there. The best thing about this stereo, you got other options for a SD card, the big one, of course. CD. I still have CDs. I still got a gang of them. Gotta have them in physical form in just case the downloads don't work or disappear. But also, there's the option to detach your face, angle either back into the radio or away from the radio. You got one, two, three, four, five. It only angle like five different ways, but if you want to go back to, bam. This for cars have dashes that may kind of sit back or sit forward. On the 98, it's probably going to be tilted just a little bit, but it's the part that I like on here myself. When you click on this button right here, the screen go lift up just a little bit. You see that little button right here? You only think you can have a detachable face double in on a cheap radio. You know what the power cues is, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You get what you pay for. Go ahead and spend the money. Just save up a little quick, real little bit. You buying like 2, 3 pair of Jordans, you might as well get what you want. At least you can enjoy what you're doing. You slide it to the side. I'm not gonna lie, this took me a while to figure this out. I know, dummy. But you see, that's your SD. That's where your radio slot is at. I know I took this out a little bit too early, but hey, it ain't gonna do too much to the radio. But I like about this, it's actually a detachable name brand stereo system. Look how good quality that is. This particular model is actually made in Thailand, not China. It is a difference when you get the China radio. Depends on the brand. I mean, they try to put a little bit of effort into it, but China, they be trying to copy off of people's stuff or just, do shit quality when they build it. Like, sometimes people don't care. I know people making low wages and stuff. Man, I just hope that part get better on one of these days. But in the meantime, I can slide this face back on like this. It's gonna pop back in just like that. Look at that. Voila, flock of flame, got him coach. You can also do a bypass on the pine. On this one, you have to do a bypass. You can hook it up legal if you want to. Everybody already know the deal is. You know what I'm saying? I actually had someone to install this. Like I said before, my friend is not your friend. I mean, they try to cut corners. I'll show you the installation later. Well, these people pretty much need to be ashamed of themselves. Talking about they had to put a module and all that stuff. They ain't put no module in here. You know me, I'm going to check and see what the module is so I can have it for next time. They just put a dinky switch on here. That probably didn't cost probably like a couple bucks. Trying to charge, knocking people upside the head because they dumb and don't know what the deal is. I just want to show you guys that that's not what I do. But also, I don't like the way they did the mic. I know when I did my other stereo, the mic quality on this particular model is a lot better than the regular Pioneer stereos, the cheap ones. I'm not gonna lie, this is very clear. On my other Pioneer, I had to holler at people and stuff like that. But this time around, I can just speak calmly. I can also have this talk to Google, of course, but it'll be another video when I actually kind of go through all the functions with the cable hooked up to it. Maybe I have a different camera so you guys can see what's going on with the Android Auto. But another thing about the 4100, I like this remote. On my regular Pioneer, some of the options not on here. I had to look at the other remote, kind of compare. But I was trying to figure out why I couldn't change my station the other day. I thought I downloaded Tidal for the Kanye album, of course. I didn't realize I have the real button down. I guess it was like that from the factory. I can turn the volume, but I couldn't skip the song. I'm like, come on, Tidal. Then I guess on accident, I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta flip the button was up so I can have all my options. Sorry, Tidal. Hey, I mean, I know y'all kind of shoddy a little bit, but you got. I mean, it's getting okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna cancel before the trial offer ends. I need to hurry up and do it before they hit me for that 19.99. Can't do it, man. But in the meantime, look, I want to be a baller. That's one of them old school southern jams. You know what I'm saying? Which I can play it so y'all can hear, but I ain't trying to pay. Trying to pay. You guys know I already know how the music sound. Mr. Old School Rider, I'm out of here. Peace out.